with grit, grace, and gratitude. In that moment after I received the call, I left myself. Maybe I became my mother, or maybe I became more deeply myself. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that my mother needed a woman like her right then. I had no idea how shattered our lives would be, but I knew that as my mother's daughter, I had to hold the pieces together. There was no time to wonder, to parse meaning. I learned from both my parents that when there is a challenge, sitting still until a solution wandered by wasn't good enough. Nothing good ever happens by sitting on a damn couch. So I brushed my teeth, got dressed. I went downstairs, put some food out for the dogs, and got in the car, calmly. Not shaking, and I could feel my mother everywhere. She was guiding me, as she'd always done. I was tremendously grateful for her. I felt her grit filling me. I prayed for grace. I found myself driving west on 6th Street toward Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. All the lights were green. When the last light before I had to turn into the hospital started to flicker, I took this as a sign that my mom was trying to connect with me. "Mom," I said out loud, "I'm on my way to the hospital. I have no idea what happened, except that you're 81 years old and you've been shot. I don't know by whom or where or why, but I'm on my way. And everything is going to be okay, regardless of what happens. Mom, if you can hear me, I don't know what God's plan is, but don't feel that you have to come back and take care of Alex or Dad, because I'll do that. Mom, you've lived a great life. I've got it from here." She didn't need to be next to me to hear me. I knew she received my message. I had no idea what state she was in, but I wanted to offer my strong, elegant mother the relief she deserved. I felt the urge to compose myself, not because I was okay. I was not okay. I collected myself because I was raised to believe that love is an action word. Love is not only something we are, love is something we do. Love, and the act of love, like the series of green lights, was moving me forward, telling me to keep going. When I arrived at the hospital, the first person I saw was my father. I looked down and noticed that his left sock was stained with blood. I was later told that the slippers he was wearing were brought to him by a neighbor who'd seen my father, in shock without shoes, being questioned by the police on the street in front of his home. Of all I witnessed and went through that night, the gesture of those slippers stay in my memory. We must never underestimate the impact of a simple act of care. The next person I saw was my brother Alex, frantically pacing around the room and on his phone, his girlfriend Eris at his side. Soon Ted arrived and the police told us what they knew about that night. An intruder had broken into my parents' home at around 2:25 a.m., and while attempting to rob their home, had shot my mother in the back with an assault rifle. My blood boiled. My heart felt as if it would leap through my chest. My deep sadness and fear were instantly covered with a blanket of anger. Someone hurt my mother? I couldn't comprehend it. How could anyone hurt my mother? A woman who lived with such respect for life. She wouldn't harm an insect. Believe me, I grew up witnessing my mother releasing various insects from inside her home back outdoors to where they belong. Someone hurt my mother? Hot, painful tears streamed down my face. And then I looked up and saw my father, the man who'd spent his entire life living in the warmth of my mother's light, a light that was fading fast. I felt myself coming apart, but I couldn't, for the sake of my family, at least not in this moment. I took a deep breath, and I held the pieces. When the surgeon appeared, I saw the look on his face and knew. We all knew. My father always says, "You come with a number..."